So you might be wondering, what is Pitt Hopkins?
Pitt Hopkins is a neurodevelopmental disorder caused by a mutation of the gene TCF4 on the 18th chromosome. Chromosomes are made up of DNA, a blueprint for how to make you. All this DNA is stored in an organized way. If you think of your entire DNA sequence as a library, then chromosomes are the books, and genes are the chapters within them. In those with Pitt Hopkins, a very important chapter of a certain book is missing or scrambled. This chapter, TCF4, is a transcription factor, a critical element that helps translate many genes into proteins important for early brain development.
Obviously, this can have huge effects on an individual.
Much of this is seen through developmental delays.
Individuals with Pitt Hopkins often have trouble expressing language. Most are nonverbal, but many are learning to use communication devices to express their needs and wants. However, understanding of language may not be impaired.
Individuals with Pitt Hopkins have a wide range of delays in gross motor skills, such as walking and running, and some are in wheelchairs. There are also delays in fine motor skills, like holding a pencil and pointing.
Pitt Hopkins has traditionally been associated with severe cognitive impairment. However, true intelligence is difficult to measure given motor and speech difficulties. Thanks to augmentative communication and more progressive therapies, many families report that their child can achieve much more than initially thought.
Breathing issues, such as hyperventilation and holding one's breath, is another common characteristic.
Some individuals with Pitt Hopkins experience epilepsy.
Gastrointestinal issues are also frequent, with constipation often affecting many individuals.
Some experience anxiety, which may be treated with medication.
ADHD is just another common characteristic.
Interestingly, Pitt Hopkins also falls on the autism spectrum, sharing characteristics such as repetitive behaviors and a need for structure, as well as difficulties integrating sensory input. However, Pitt Hopkins is considered atypical autism, as most individuals are extremely sociable. Autism is particularly difficult to research because as of yet there is no definable cause. However, a genetically identifiable disorder like Pitt Hopkins that falls on the spectrum provides a key to further understand autism research.
Despite the many challenges that individuals with Pitt Hopkins face, one common characteristic is their happy and excitable demeanor, combined with a love for music and water.
The prevalence of Pitt Hopkins is unknown. However, many researchers believe that this rare disorder is underdiagnosed.
The Pitt Hopkins Research Foundation has supported various avenues of research in labs around the world.
Some research directly targets certain symptoms, such as seizures, anxiety, or breathing issues.
Other research involves targeting small molecules such as sodium ion channels in the neurons, upregulating the protein TCF4 itself, and gene therapy, in which the missing TCF4 is inserted back in the DNA.
A few drugs previously used to treat cancer appear to be useful in treating Pitt Hopkins. Researchers are also working on repurposing FDA-approved drugs to treat Pitt Hopkins.
A new project involves using skin samples of Pitt Hopkins patients to create mini-brains, which can be studied in greater depth and upon which various treatments can be tested. Researchers are working hard and are making strides every day, but much more work remains to be done to provide treatment for individuals with Pitt Hopkins.
Recently, scholars analyzing portraits and descriptions of Peter the Wild Boy, a young child found in the forests of England in 1725 and brought to the palace of King George where he was cared for, believe that he actually had Pitt Hopkins syndrome.
Even more incredible is the fact that Peter the Wild Boy is believed to be one of the primary sources for the author J.M. Barrie's Peter Pan.
After all, anyone who knows someone with Pitt Hopkins can recognize their happiness and spirit in the beloved Peter Pan.
This video was made by Sofia and Francesca Pauca and dedicated to our wonderful little brother Victor, who inspires us every day.